Whoop, look at this. Oh, welcome back to Simon Elephant. Okay, this video's not even over, but please like and subscribe. Thank you. Hope you enjoy the video. Wow, this elevator is lucky. Oh, that was unlucky though. Tie advanced. Might just have to abandon the X-Wing. Wait a minute, but the X-Wing's the only way to get up there, unfortunately. Let's see if the other side of the bridge survived. Oh, there's no other elevator. This thing's so gonna explode. Because the music was on. Apparently just something randomly turned off. And also, when you have more than one TNT, you can't control it. The TNT explodes the other TNT. Well, you probably know that. I don't know why I'm saying it, but I just want to say it. Look at that. Love this place to Christ. So I'm gonna try and blow this thing too until it's crystal clear. So like there's nothing left. But you know, it's hard to destroy a Star Destroyer, so have to admit that. Very hard to destroy a Star Destroyer. Especially in this game. Even when I build my Star Destroyers, are not even close to this big. This is just huge. Yeah, this is like pretty big, if I would say so myself, to blow up. You're blowing up the top of a skyscraper? That's a little easier, but with apparently some places you can't spawn withers, that makes it a little hard. Yeah. Pretty hard. And don't forget, I'm blowing up Java ship. Of course, it's crappy old ship. He's an old Gungan freak. Oh, there's no X-Wing anymore. Sorry. I blew it up. Too bad if I need that X-Wing to leave. But I can just spawn another, right? No biggie. If it was really in Star Wars, it would be a pretty biggie. That'd be a pretty big deal. Once you ignite TNT, you can't stop it, so yeah. Well, everyone knows that, though. Most people do if you're not a noob. It's too bad when you don't know the Nether update and you work so hard to make TNT and someone has a netherite house and you're trying to blow it up. So sad. I know. Too bad. Well, that's lucky that this... What did I do? The bird is even gone. I'm leaving this dump. I'm gonna blame it high advanced. You do need to spawn some more TNT. Pretty fun, I have to say. I wish there was sound. Like, I know. I don't know why. Sometimes it just randomly there's no sound. I don't know what's behind this door. Oh, nothing. That's junky. Makes sense why X-Wings can have lives. Just saying, if I were to spawn a wither, I don't think there's enough room, so that's why I'm not spawning one. Epic! I can explode more of the main hangar. This simple freaking door. Just the one thing that I need to do to get across here. Couldn't even open a freaking door. Damn. Where you in these nights? Where you know everybody sing it day and night away. So everybody know where you be. These are are just like charges. Charges, yeah, charges. I wish I figured out how to make the TNT bigger. If you know how to do that, you should just explain in the comments. Sorry, it's a lot of work, but just so I'll give you a shout out for explaining. You know where you did you show? You read you know you like it, Elizabeth, this time at 7 a.m. Actually, wait, it might be 8. Screw that. I haven't watched this episode, but I'm actually tired of just placing out all this TNT. That doesn't do any damage yet. It will do lots of damage. Promise you this will do lots of damage. Damage. Oh, this hunk of junk. This hunk of junk bridge. Yeah, this bridge is a hunk of junk. Wait, but, well, there's one thing that does give me an advantage for blowing up the outside. For blowing up the outside. I don't know what happened to the not being able to spawn these withers. Is it like a boss is not allowed thingy? Because I don't know. So perfect did it. I would never be able to make this. I hope you know that. Incredible builder, but I would never in my life be able to make this. I don't know how someone makes them on. This is gonna make a huge explosion. Or should just a withered exploder thing. No, be nice. We don't. Too bad. They just randomly can't appear. I mean, one up here. On that ship. Why don't you take a TIE Defender? On that ship. No, on a ship later, but it will take too long to get there. Oh, is there really a boarding dock? I didn't even know that. Sorry. This ship's clearly not as fast. This ship's so slow. I hate it. It's so slow. It is so slow. Now they're gonna know we got credit. I destroyed it. I'm gonna destroy the rest of this. All the stormtroopers are dead, at least. Wait, maybe, or they just flew all off. No, they exploded for sure. Why is it only that the roof just survives? Can't they make something that's not a roof surviving? Can't they ever make a roof die, explode? Because I feel like the roof always survives. That's when you explode stuff. Just some random parts don't explode. Look at it. Is it like a glitch in the game? I know Siren Head's rare and he's a glitch in the game. There's also sometimes Siren Head music and I even see Siren Head. So might mean that Siren is there, but it might mean he's not. What a way. I got it at a time, I did at a timeline, I'm destroying this time. And destroy it. And destroy it. I'd be crying, you see crying. You let me cry. It cried out. You let me cry all day and night. You You let me I learned that there's a command box all under that place in the Death Star. All under like the hangar, the main hangar, and Death Star 2. glad that thing comes. I have any hearts. Hardy hearts. Heart a race, rada rada disha disha dish. If you do know to yourself is explanatory dish. Explanatory dish. So did everyone show themselves a little so else to this. Wait, Alex. Oh, wait, crash down to the way out depths. That's your star was tablet. If it would be like a time match to Palpatine and the Thrones, it would be like screaming to death. Yeah, I know. I'm not in charge of the sun. That's my bunny or the upstairs neighbors. I'm the upstairs. You see yourself on your way, and every time you see. Do you think I'm a good singer? I am a good singer. Every time you say. Okay, I just started. This is just like doing YouTube videos, like when you're on a call, so like on a call with the world. Anyone on Earth can see you on YouTube. Wow, I just with my big toe carried a giant pillow. That's incredible. Oh my god, I Ending of the Star Wars trilogy is literally the best movie. It's the Star Wars trilogy. She's doing the best movie. He's doing the best movie. He's the best movies. Honey, they Johnny, they see Johnny, don't need to teach. Johnny, don't need to teach. Johnny. Were they ever on Ellen before? Oh, you had to be that dude, baby buddy. Did you know there was a Razor Crest and the Razor Crest planet in this movie? If I was on the Razor Crest planet, I would just be escaping. If you wouldn't know me. Of course, I'd probably be escaping. That planet's pretty boring, or exploding. But that thing don't really... Some stuff you can't explode. Like some stuff you just can't explode. They're just too good. They're Rebel Alliance. They're save the galaxy, so I just don't want to explode it. They're poor, but the Death Empire. Oh, who doesn't want to explode it? No. Cloud City, let's think about it. I think I'd like to explode it. And Death Star 2. Death Star. I think I really want to explode it. And I wish they had Coruscant on this. Movies that are not 4 and 5 and 6. Because I think even movies 1, 2, and 3. And why don't they just put more Star Destroyers? Movie 9 would be the best for us, right? You would have a whole fleet. Oh, it'd take a while to make, of course. Yeah, it takes pretty long to make. Be wow, I did a great job covering this Star Destroyer. It's like, what are we covering this in? Explosives? Johnny. 2 survivors. 2 survivors. Let's make more. From time to time. Always. I'll be a disco dancer, disco rich. At the end, I just spawn these in an X-Wing and blow stuff up. Smart design of an X-Wing is they can fit through more places and they're not as fat. They're thinner. They're thin. So it's better. Because they're not biggest fatties in our world. This one's actually not that fat. This one's not fat. Depends. They need to be flabby. Technically, the TIE Defender is pretty flabby. I go to stream. Look at this. Like, look at this, though. Oh, look at this thing. I need to explode this thing. This thing's survived too long. Oh, no. Do you think this explosion is going to impact the Death Star? On the rate of this side just needs more stuff to be exploded. So this side, the Death Star might even have no dent. This side doesn't explode. I want this side to be the biggest explosion, so I want to see if it hits the Death Star, if it gets a dent in it. If it gets a dent, that would be cool. Ignite and trigger TNT, or maybe I can just do it myself. If it's not going to do study. It's going to make a big dent in the Death Star. Which Death Star is more covered with stuff, though? It's only one hangar, which should be more, of course. At least Death Star 1 has more stuff in it. No, it's so hard to not have just nothing in your own Death Star. It seems so sad. This thing has like 4 rooms. And it's even bigger. But not complete. And the duration. I had Mandalorian to build Death Star 1, the main reactor part. I'm getting tired of just putting all this TNT everywhere. Do you think we're going to take a break soon? I really think we're going to take a break ever. full-time project. I actually just get tired of doing this. So once you get tired of bullets with it, just slave it, blow it up. Feels like the Jester wins it. No. I want to just make it a non-key space where it explodes. So let's get exploding. Look how fast this thing's disappearing. Well, it did make a pretty big dent in the Death Star. Oh, the dent's so big it even goes to the main reactor. Hey people, there's a new hole to the main reactor. So Mrs. So-and-so was like that, and she said, Mr. So-and-so, can you please so-and-so your thoughts? That's actually an easy part. Oh, it's actually a little not cool because now there are two ways to escape it, two ways to escape it, to escape it. I'm going I'm gonna make another disaster. Going somewhere else. That thing barely survived. Actually, I think it just barely got damaged, damn it. This be good savagery. Is this thing still blowing up? This thing's still blowing up. Wow, I cannot believe I really survived. That thing's still blowing up. We took a side trip and the thing's still blowing up. Oh my goodness, that's just cuckoo. The Empire just dense. This thing's gonna be seen from a mile away. And they're gonna think, oh, that's not bad. It's just one dent. Pretty bad. I like how this place is actually full of stuff, unlike the Death Star. That's like the complaint about the Death Star. You can't fill it up. Can't fill it up. It's easier to not fill it up than fill it up. Literally, I don't know how if someone built this, that's just amazing. Give you a round of applause to make this the most amazing world ever. I don't know how much years you were working on it for, but maybe you weren't even working on it for a year. You're just working on it nonstop in less than a year. Oh no. Eesh, ew. Eesh, Mr. Curie. I'm gonna go through the whole cycle. That's the dent. It's a small dent. I don't know why the person who owns this would complain so, but let's hope they don't complain. That would be good. Which explode and make some TNT. Because wherever we go. It's like getting a little glitchy. I don't like glitchy worlds. Who does? It's just, oh, laggy. Whatever. Can't believe I got messed up on foosball. I don't like foosball. They're out of fuel. Maybe they're being exploded. You could just say that everything's being exploded and make them not feel bad. Pretty much everything is being exploded, so. But now I'm a little bit worried. It's going to be harder to find. The place I'm looking for. Which, if you're wondering, is. Which I will just go explode until. I just do exploding until I get down there. I don't care how deep it is, I'm finding it. Carbonite, please. Oh, there's bedrock or something. Why do they build out of bedrock? If it's wrong, you can't even get the block, then you destroy it. if you were in there? If you were in there? 7 blocks of TNT. Can't explode anything out of 7 whole blocks. Going to have to explode my way to the reactor. I don't even know where the center of this base is. I'm just going to start exploring from here. Perfect. Whee! We're down. You made this thing perfectly. You know, all I tried to do is get to the Death Star 2. Death Star 1, I meant. That's what I need the Millennium Falcon. I could have just gone it for that other Death Star. Why is it taking me whole millions of years to just get down here? Okay, when you are landed, it's really hard to find where you're going. So I literally, this is like a maze ship. This is the biggest maze ship ever. I know it's so realistic, but like, how do you find yourself in here? It's just really, why can't they make it a little, just a little teensy bit easy to find yourself? Aw. I'm just going to go there. I thought this thing went to Death Star 1. I can tell. I think Death Star 1 looks a little different. So, except we're just gonna know an image. But when you're in the cockpit, you know it's diagonally across. Which when I get out from here, I should probably know that. And I don't know why I'm going out there because there's a whole handle nose of this. Is that the cargo area? Because I'm running now. I'm just running to find myself out of here. I'm not spawning TNT. You're not spawning anyone. Not spawning because why don't they just have rebel stuff? I assume they just are this way. Viral, viral, this shit I should. Need to be you do more viral. They're going this way. This is the Death Star. And I'm right. A big asshole. Let's jump out of my ship. So stupid. Okay, so I'm gonna pause on video. We're gonna get some snacks. I don't know what time I need. If you like to, you got your time, your unit. So yeah. Oh, why is there no trench or main reactor? Find the Star Wars Lego set, even though I don't have it. I'm just telling you I don't. Why don't they have a main reactor? So I destroyed one of Darth Vader's rings.